if there isn't anything that I hate more than asparagus and Karens, it's cancel culture. Cancel culture is just internet cancer. I mean, they just go around going to stuff that happens, 10, 5, however many years ago on the internet, and then they try to take it and blackmail you into apologizing for something you did that happened, forever ago. Well, that's what's happening to Rick and Morty, essentially. Yes, Rick and Morty is officially canceled, quote unquote, because something happened with the co-founder of Rick and Morty that happened, like 10 years ago. But here's the thing. I hate cancel culture because it's like fake news. Like, fake news is just meant to make you divide each other and, make you see not make people think differently about certain situations. Like, I know how, in 2020, we've had to deal with a bunch of stuff. COVID, the, George Floyd, oh, sorry about that. George Floyd riots and all the protests / riots. And, it's just so dumb. We've had Robert Downey Jr. try to get canceled because of the character he was in the movie Tropic Thunder was doing blackface, but everyone decided to pin it on Robert Downey Jr. It's like, guys, come on. This is so stupid. And people who do cancel culture don't even read into the stuff that they, think is happening. They might think, let's take the case for, Robert Downey Jr. that happened, months ago. His character in the movie is playing blackface. Robert Downey Jr. himself is not doing blackface, but the character, is doing blackface. He's just playing that character. But what cancel culture people think is that, because he did it, he immediately needs to get canceled because of it. It's just such a stupid way of thinking. If a person were to, 10 years ago say something stupid about women, they're going to bring it up and say, this person needs to apologize because of this. It's it's over 10 years. People change. Even in movies and, TV shows and stuff, they are always trying to specify the fact that, people can change. Well, why can't people in real life just think that way? It's so stupid. Just yesterday, I'm pretty sure, Rick and Morty is now people are trying now to cancel Rick and Morty. The show is notorious for, dark humor and, there's episodes where they go to a place that has a literal purge. It's a really funny episode, but, I'm a big Rick and Morty fan. The show is freaking amazing. It's, I like dark humor. And it's funny to me. It may not get as funny over time. I might see it more serious, but it's still funny because that's the whole premise of the show. It's a comedy show on freaking Adult Swim. Also, Adult Swim was trying to be canceled because, it was right after Cartoon Network. I remember going on to Adult Swim the first time when I was on, midnight on Cartoon Network, and it ended and Adult Swim began, and that's the first time I ever watched a Rick and Morty. It's it's so, I can't even describe cancel culture in a way that doesn't make me angry. Because it's just so stupid to think about. The Washington Redskins, now the Washington whatever football team. It's so dumb. The Washington Redskins name, to me, isn't that bad. I'm also not, Native American. But it's just a bunch of SJW people who think everything needs to be, who takes everything literally and everything offensively. If you were to walk up to someone, one of them who's a woman, say, "You're really pretty," she'd probably scream and run and yell rape. That's how I think of people who are from cancel culture. It's guys who can't get girlfriends and just sit on their phone all day or their computer and just go, you know what? This has a bad joke, so I might be able to hook up with some feminists and get some puss. It's dude, come on. Or some women SJWs who just can't seem to grasp the idea that people just don't think they're that literal about stuff, and how some of the stuff SJW and feminists have just declined over the years. So now they just go on the internet and try to cancel stuff that they don't like. It's so stupid. It's not how it's supposed to work. If you don't like something, talk about it, debate it. They just go over Twitter and Reddit and Facebook and tell people how this should be done, or like this, and why this should be canceled, but they won't actually ever debate it with someone. And if you try to debate with someone from cancel culture, they just call you a racist hypocrite and a bigot. It's so stupid. Like, if I'm thinking back, yeah, Adult Swim was going to be canceled because, it gave quote unquote no warning to the change. When you're going on to Adult Swim from Cartoon Network, it tells you this is the end of our weekly programming of Cartoon Network. Now begins Adult Swim. Like, it's so dumb. They don't read ever into like the actual facts, which make them seem so hypocritical when something could be happening, like in this, like the Robert Downey Jr. Tropic Thunder case. I'm pretty sure it's from Tropic Thunder. Drop a comment if I'm wrong, and make sure I learned what the actual movie was, unless it was Tropic Thunder. But they don't read into the fact of what the character, or what it's the main reasoning behind a certain thing happening in media or a film is happening because of. It's like, why can't people just take things as literally as they could in like 2010, where someone might say something and everyone might get a good laugh out of it, or go, well, whatever. I don't really agree with that, but whatever. But now in 2020, and now it's everyone must take everything so literally. If I say the joke, how many cops does it take to change a light bulb? And 0, because they just beat the room for being black. People will take that so literally, even though it's supposed to be a joke. Yeah, it's a dark humor joke that can be taken like way out of context at certain times. If you say it the wrong way to the wrong person, it can be taken out of context, but it's meant to be a joke. It's like Dave Chappelle, I think, was also people were trying to cancel Dave Chappelle, who, he's real. To me, Dave Chappelle is freaking hilarious. Like, if you go back to some of his older stuff about, like, why white guys talk about gay things when they're drunk, that's funny. Like, that was funny. Because it's a stereotype. It's like, you can't talk about stereotypes anymore. You can't talk about, women in stuff anymore without pissing people off. You can't talk about gender anymore because it pisses people off. You can't talk about anything controversial anymore because they'll just cancel you, and because if you said this about certain thing, because I don't like that. It's so dumb. Yeah, when what's his name? The makeup guy, I don't remember, but he was getting canceled because he did weird stuff in his past that, actually needed to be checked to make sure, like, why that happened. Drop a comment, because I can't really remember who it was. But whatever. Like, cancel culture is just, like, the internet cancer of the internet. It's so dumb. The whole purpose of this video was just me talking about why I hate cancel culture and how it makes people just so stupid. And when people take things from cancel culture literally, it's like, why? It's just meant to just tear people apart and split people on certain things that they just don't like, or just don't want other people to see, because, the world now has just become Hello Kitty Playland, where you just can't see anything bad, trying to protect people from this and that, because, unicorns and rainbows and whatnot. But, the world just isn't like that, and that's just all I really want to talk about in this video. If you like the video, then drop a like, and maybe you could subscribe. It's your preference, you want to subscribe or not, but it would really help out the channel. And I hope you're all going to have a good day, and have a good rest of your weekend and week. and have a good day, everyone. See ya. Peace.